Hello, Internet! Welcome to Two and a Half Brains. This is our latest discussion of The Amazing Race. Amazing Race Season 33, Episode 9. Going to discuss it all here, talk about everything, do our power rankings, talk about the moves that were made and the decisions that were made and what happened and who finished in what spot, and talk about our power rankings, who's looking good going into the finale, which is a 2-hour finale next week. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything. You can like our Facebook page, facebook.com/PaperMillProductions. You can email the show directly, like I said, papermillproductions@gmail.com. Subscribe, share the post, tell your friends, all that as we get ready for the season finale. Let's go ahead and bring in Jessica. Jessica, welcome to the show.
Hello, Internet.
Somebody's got to get their own thing.
Oh, yeah, someone does need to get their own thing.
Anyways.
You don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
No, I want to go down the kitty hole.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's going to start biting now.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's talk about the episode, Jessica. Anything else you want to talk about before we get into that?
Thought we were talking about how you are kind of copying someone else's thing.
I got a couple hybrids of a couple different things,
okay.
but it's kind of mixed.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah, I know. It's a good movie. Yeah.
All right, anyways. So, let's talk about the episode, Jessica. What
Okay.
talk about your initial overall thoughts?
It's Greece, a very nice Greece. I want to go to Greece. The special day is Slovakia, but first you must spell it.
That was last episode, Jessica.
I know, it's still fun to say.
Okay. Yeah.
It was a nice episode. They were in a nice location, looked beautiful. I would like to go.
You had a little bit of a rant, though, where the show ended, though.
Which part?
About how it ended with the team that finished last.
Yeah, that there was no elimination. There shouldn't be a non-elimination in, like, the second last episode. It's technically the second last episode. It's the second last week. Because they're doing the next one back-to-back. Shouldn't be non-elimination. It's stupid. I know it's because of what happened. And a lot of this has been very easy because COVID and they have to do things very specific, but should not be non-elim, but whatever.
Yeah. So pretty crazy, non-elimination, but obviously there's 2 weeks left. There's 2 episodes left 1 week, and so they're gonna have probably elimination, then the final 3 is my guess. But yeah, it is what it is. It's been a really odd season. So
Yeah, I know it has. It could not be playing. I'd rather watch this than some other things.
Yes, we'll talk about that later today too. So let's go ahead and dive in here with what happened. So let's go ahead and walk through the episode. What happened in the episode?
There were things that happened and I'm just kidding.
Okay.
First, roadblock.
Yep, the roadblock.
No stone unturned.
Yeah, what was that all about?
Everyone lost their ever-loving minds, turning 5,000 stones to find a coin that was lodged in the... it kind of seemed like it was a fake stone, like it was a light stone. Once you turned it, you'd know it was that. But, however, people touched them and did not know that there was a coin underneath it and didn't actually turn it. So that's what they had to do, and everyone lost their ever-loving minds.
Yeah, so basically it was very simple. They went into an arena, and there was 5,000 stones.
Yes, I see that.
Different sizes and whatever, shapes.
Colors.
Yep, and they just had to basically turn them over until they found one that had a coin in it.
There were 4 coins for 4 people, and they had to find them and give them to the goddess.
Yep.
Leave no stone unturned.
Exactly.
That was this week's.
Yes, exactly, Jessica. You should do
I
this.
can be the queen. I am the queen. Leave no stone unturned.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, and some teams, every team took a while. I mean, nobody got out
Everyone
quickly.
took at least an hour or more. Correct.
Some teams took 3, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah. Some teams took 3, and some teams took 1.5 or 2. I don't know exactly. They didn't say it.
Yeah.
But the first person to arrive was not the first person to leave.
No.
Penn and Kim were the first to arrive. Then it was flight attendants. Then it was Detroit. And then it was Ryan and Dusty, right? I'm pretty sure.
To leave or to arrive?
To arrive. Talking about arrivals. No, I think Detroit was last.
Yeah, Detroit was last. Right.
So it was Team Dusty and Ryan, and then Detroit was last. Mm-hmm. And then in order to leave, the order that's left, the flight attendants, Holderness family, Team Detroit, and then Ryan Dusty left about 3 hours later.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Pretty crazy. They were the third team to arrive, but then they were last to leave by a lot.
A lot.
Like, I thought Phil was going to have to come find them.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
But anyways, we'll talk about that here in a little bit as well. What was next?
Then they had to go to a castle and find Socrates. Apparently, had to stare him deep, very, very deep, and open their eyes very wide and look into his eyes as he said, knowledge is...
There's only one good.
There's only one good, which is knowledge, and one evil, which is...
ignorance.
Ignorance. There you go.
You're ignorant of the word?
No. I have knowledge, not ignorance.
There you go. Wonderful.
Ignorance is bliss, though, so...
Yeah, can be.
It's, certain situations. And once they find Socrates...
or Socrates.
Or Socrates or Socrates, they got their next clue to find the box for the detour decision, which was basically smash or carry. They either got to carry, I think it's 300 plates from one location to another, or they had to smash 300 plates while looking for a clue while a band was playing. If the band stopped playing, you no longer smash plates. No plates when no band plays.
Yeah, and what did everybody do, Jessica?
Everyone smashed because F those rocks.
Yeah, they were so mad at the rocks. They need some cathartic therapy, so they just smashed a bunch of plates.
Yeah, and I think they had to go every other or something too.
Yeah,
I think that was a rule.
person
Yeah,
had to...
right. So smash. I feel like the clue was hidden inside a plate.
I feel like it.
Because they were turning the plates over looking, but you still didn't see it, I don't think so.
Yeah,
there was
really
just a little
small.
piece of paper shoved in a plate with their location for the pit stop.
Yep.
It is why, talking out loud and watching the show, everything is very... the rocks weren't easy. It was strenuous-ish, and it was mentally challenging.
Yeah.
But a lot of things that they're doing haven't been physically challenging because they're limited on where they can go.
Right.
With
It's a lot of wide open spaces where they're doing stuff. It's
wide open spaces.
and you're gonna sing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what a lot of it is, though, right? A lot of
Room
it is,
to make a big mistake, like Ryan and Dusty.
Mm-hmm. And that's what it is, though, right? A lot of it's not like they're doing stuff in giant, clustered cities, right?
Yeah, with new faces. I'll stop now.
Jessica's gonna be a singer.
I'm not going to be a singer.
She's a good singer.
I'm not a good
Yes,
singer.
she is.
Oh, thank you. Shall I start singing Lady Gaga?
Whatever you want, dear.
I sing Shallows. No, let's continue.
Let's continue. So they obviously smashed plates, and they got to go to the pit stop, and that was that.
Correct. And I think there was another prophet that came out to talk to them. I don't remember who he was supposed to be. Not Socrates, but a different one.
Oh, yeah, at the pit stop.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was. Welcome to Greece.
Yes.
I don't know what he said, but that's basically what I remember. Welcome to Greece.
Yeah.
Leave no stone unturned.
Exactly. And so,
first place to the pit stop was the flight attendants. I guess to say finally. However,
the first win.
Their first win of the leg, yes. I don't know if the foreshadowing of them showing them that, they only had to get to first once, but they got to first that time. They could feel it, they said, and then they got it, so it's slightly concerning. And then third was Holderness, Avi.
Second was Holderness.
Or second. I skipped ahead. I don't know my numbers. Left, right, up, down. Okay, first was the flight attendants. Second was the Holderness family. Third was Team Detroit. And last, and not gone, is Ryan and Dusty.
Yes, Ryan and Dusty were last this week.
Yes. The rocks took them a very long time.
So what did Ryan and Dusty do wrong? And of course, that editing showed they were right on the tail of the other team. I got there, they're 5 hours behind.
They're really behind, but they have to show it like that because they have to add to the drama.
Yeah, I think the Team Detroit got a little lost, and it was a lot of self-driving too.
They were able to show them get lost and then play onto it, even though it was like, we've been waiting here a long time for you guys.
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, sometimes you can tell when it's close, they walk up to the pit stop, and then the other team's right behind them. This was not one of those times.
No, you're waiting for them to come up, and they never come up. So
right, yeah, for sure. So that was what happened. So obviously Ryan and Dusty almost got eliminated. They almost lost. What'd they do wrong?
Well, I mean, what they did wrong is episodes ago, they, fell out of first place. But what they did wrong, they haven't been able to overcome the position that they're in to get up into a higher level. Mm-hmm. I can't always say, can't say with this episode what they did wrong. They didn't find the coin, but that's out of their control.
Yeah.
They didn't have a good plan of where to look for the coin. I don't know. Everybody had a plan, and then since everybody was there, they couldn't stick to their searching grid. But you shouldn't let that deter you, because if you know where you're looking, then you know where you've checked. Maybe everyone should have turned the stones completely over, like we said, and just leave them. I don't know. I mean, that is what basically got them to this point in this episode to fall to fourth.
I mean, it could have. I guess what they could have done is say, "Hey, I'm gonna check the section, divide the thing in 4s, and then by the time somebody else gets there, say, hey, you want to? I already checked the section. I want to check that section, and then you can check that section, and they work together."
It's so hard, though.
It is hard. It's really hard
because they kept showing where the coins were. Yeah. They were all pretty much in one section. So if you cut the section into 4, you could almost fit all 4 into one piece of the pie if you split it into quarters.
Yeah.
And I think one was behind where the queen was sitting, and no one was really going back there to look at those, and that's where the last one was. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to do that.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I mean, I don't know. It was. I think what they did wrong. They've been getting progressively worse, which is interesting.
And getting progressively cockier.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they're very cocky.
One's going up and one's going down. The Greek goddesses.
Gods. Yeah.
Greek gods.
Yeah, I mean, they said they're very cocky. It is what it is. I mean, whatever. It's not. Some people love it. Some people don't love it as much.
I don't enjoy cockiness. I like them.
Yeah.
But I don't enjoy cockiness.
No, I'm with you. Same. For sure. I think. They said they've been getting progressively worse. I think it's been weird though. So it's like once you get to a certain spot, there's really no jumping anybody, right? I mean, last episode is once they got through the Slovakia is where they finished. It's once they got through. In this case, once they got through the roadblock, the detour was simple, and they it was there hasn't been a lot of room to make up this season.
Right.
Once you get behind, if you fall behind, you're pretty much done. But also, I'm going to ask you, I'm just putting you on the spot here, so if you whatever. What is Ryan and Dusty's biggest challenge? What would you say? If you don't know, I'll tell you what I think it is.
Each other? No, I don't know.
No, I mean, they get along. All the teams left pretty much get along. I mean, Natalia and Arun were bickering a little bit, right? The father, Natalia and Arun were bickering a little bit, directions.
Yeah, I mean, they bicker,
and driving, they don't know how to navigate, so they lost a lot.
I was making a guess. What is their biggest mountain to climb?
Patience.
Yeah. I guess, because they think and want to be good at everything, so they think they should be able to get it done in 10 minutes and be done with it.
Yeah.
But something like this last thing, you can't. You have to be patient.
Yeah.
And Dusty was losing his ever-loving mind, as everyone did. But
yeah, and he said he was gonna have to get, really get angry, and he didn't want his son to see him that way. So Ryan talked to him to come up and check out the view and hang out for a minute and calm down. And then he went back down. And he eventually found it. But yeah, their biggest if it's a challenge where it's like you have to just kind of sit and wait. I mean, you'd think Ryan would be good at that, but they.
Ryan probably would have been good at that, but he sat to the side. He didn't do it, so he probably would have been more patient.
Yeah, their biggest thing is they want to go. They want to go. Yeah. They want to go. They'll overlook little details so they can go, and that's one thing I've noticed is about that team. If they lose this season, they don't win. It's gonna be because of that.
Yeah,
it's gonna be because they were just
not zenning out.
Yeah, I mean at least at Colin and Christy last season, they took it easy. They relaxed. They did their thing. These guys, I think their biggest thing right now is that they will probably snap on somebody, or they will, they'll have something they have to do, and they're just too antsy to take their time and do it right.
Right.
So I think that's a big thing.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So other than that, so that's why they almost lost. I think is because they're not patient enough.
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame them with that task. No. I would have lost it too. I probably would have gotten mad really quick and just started smashing the rocks.
I guess let's put it this way: when they fell out of first place,
they lost their patience. was one.
Yeah, when did that happen, remember?
When they were trying to make the milk or make the cheese. He made cheese once so he can make it again, and he kept turning the damn
The
thing
what?
off. Oh, he wants to munch on that cha-cha-cha-cha cheese. You want to watch Son-in-Law again?
No.
Yeah.
So
life on the farm was kind of laid back. Yeah.
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 So that's when they fell out first place the first time.
Cheese.
Might get some Vino, sorry.
Yes, drinks. This week has been drinks.
Yes. I'm surprised you didn't pop the
I was-
bottle at 5:01.
I almost popped the bottle at like noon, but
Yeah.
let's not say anything to anybody
Oh,
at work.
exactly. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I see it too, right? I mean, that was
Yeah, they weren't patient. You can't turn the heat off when you're trying to cook something.
right.
You can turn it down, but if you turn it off, it's not going to cook.
And that's when they fell out first place, and they've kind of not gotten back. And that's when
Yeah.
they noticed that if something involves a lot of patience, that's just not there. That's not something they're gonna do well. And so they have to kind of hope that there's not somewhat like that in the next leg, or they'll be in trouble.
I mean, they're obviously not doctors because they have zero patience.
Boom, boom.
Something my father would tell me when I was a child. Be like a doctor and have lots of patience. I don't have patience. I am not a doctor, but I was a child. So
Exactly.
I said, okay.
All right, perfect. On that note, what's next
Vino and cheese?
on the list?
Oh. Power rankings.
Yeah, no cheese, maybe definitely water. Power rankings. Yeah, so for the final time of the season, we're gonna do a power rankings. These are the final power rankings that we're gonna do, and obviously next week we'll do a finale show. We'll talk about what happened and who won and everything like that, and look ahead, and we'll talk about some other things as well. But this is the final power rankings. Final time we're doing it this season.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Who's number 4?
Detroit.
Team Detroit. Yeah, and they finished third. It's always, like I said, it seems like always the elimination legs, they finished, second last. The non-elimination legs, they finished first, or first last.
Second. Huh? What?
It seems like the non-elimination legs, they finished last. The elimination legs, they finished second last.
Oh, yeah.
In this case, that wasn't what happened. They did jump Ryan Dusty, because Ryan Dusty had a really, really rough go of it. And I'm sure Ryan Dusty made up time later on, but they were still so far behind, it probably wouldn't have mattered.
I mean, the last one was easy. Like I said, once they found it, all they do is smash the plates for the very last. So, yeah.
For sure. So, but I still think that, obviously they found ways, and if they can somehow survive the next leg and get into the final 3, who knows? But I just don't think they're a good enough team. I think they'll be out next.
I don't dislike them, but I don't want them to win.
Right. No, I like them. They're very likable. They're just not very good. And for them to win, it's like when a really bad player wins, Survivor, or like a bad team wins the Stanley Cup or NFL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because they're not that good.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I know. Mm-hmm. What?
It's like when a team who isn't good wins the championship. You're like, how did it's like good. Want to say something?
I was going to say when the good teams are going hard the whole time, and then all of a sudden when it matters, the really bad team, cuts them off. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely right. And that's
basically
the team. Yeah, I mean, said there was a couple times it happened. Teams didn't win a leg the entire time. They win the final leg. It's like, that happens.
Let's talk about Lauren and Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy was fine, but
yeah.
No,
I'm with you, 100%. And
Nora and whatever.
Dean, yeah.
Well,
anyways, that's a few seasons ago. But what I do want to say though is it's like, for example, the Super Bowl.
This
past one.
Yeah.
Right. So I as you know, I don't like the Rams. I hate the Rams. And Bengals are fine. They're a likable team. I like Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
But it got to the Super Bowl. I'm like, are the Bengals really going to the Super Bowl? They're not that good. They have the worst offensive line in football. They're a good quarterback, good wide receivers. Defense is fine, but they're not like an elite team. I don't feel like they can be. Give them a couple of years, they probably will be, but I don't think they're there yet. And for them to win the Super Bowl, it feels like if they can win the Super Bowl, who the hell can't? And it just kind of feels like it devalues the Super Bowl a little bit. It's like winning. It's like when the Dodgers won the World Series in the COVID shortened year, the modified 60 game year. You know, they played 60 games. They had universal DH. They had, you know, all these crazy rules because of the COVID year. And they win the World Series. It's like, okay, I guess.
But everybody's fine. But if it was the Red Sox or the Yankees, they'd say, if it was the Yankees, you would have said, oh, they needed a short year to win. But if it was the freaking Rays, I would have heard crap from someone at work, and then they would have said if it was the Yankees, oh, they needed the short year. But if the Rays won it, oh, they're good. They should win. You know what? Everybody can just screw off.
Everybody sees it the way they want to see it, no doubt. And that's all. I don't want to open that can of worms, but that's kind of what I was thinking.
You did, and now I'm thinking about it, and shut up. They're not going to be baseball this year anyways.
I know. Very, very possible. But I think Aruna and Natalia are the Bengals of this. I mean, they're the Lions because they're Detroit, but they've won enough. They've won more than Detroit has won the last 10 years. So they're more the Bengals, I feel like, where they are there somehow. I just don't feel like they should win because they've barely survived to this point. You know,
the Bengals too.
They got eliminated once, and they were last and spared twice. Like, that's crazy. So, anyways.
I still wanted the Bengals to win. I don't care.
That's fine. Anything else about Aruna and Natalia?
No.
If they win, that's me.
I don't want them to win, yeah.
I don't want them to win. I like them, but I'll be really disappointed if they win.
Yeah.
Okay. What is next?
Ryan and Dusty.
Down to third.
Surprising.
Yeah, they were third 3 legs in a row. Now they were fourth this past leg. And again, I could still see them winning. I could still definitely see them win. They're definitely a strong team. They definitely can win.
They need to either overcome... They need two things to happen.
Yeah.
They need to overcome the other teams, and then they need the other teams to slow down.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
They need to run a really, really strong leg. They need some things that are in their wheelhouse. And they need the other teams to not do as well.
But they can do whatever. Like, they're strong, but they need the other teams to falter because they can't overtake them if they're all doing well.
Oh, for sure. No doubt. You know, it's definitely one of those things where, you know, you can run a perfect leg, but if you're starting in last, it's kind of, you know, and the season like this where there's not a lot of travel.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to, I mean, again, it's been self-driving, people have been getting lost, that kind of stuff, but if there's not a lot of self-driving, you know, or not a lot of travel, it's going to be hard to, you know, overtake a team when you're kind of, you know, I mean, also, they haven't started at the same spot, I don't think, yet.
What do you mean?
Like a lot of times, you know, they'll have a challenge. They'll say, okay, meet here at 6 a.m. to do the challenge, and everybody gets there by 6 a.m. So they're all starting from the same spot.
No.
I don't think they've done that yet, right? And that's also tough. So you have to overcome it within the leg. You can't start off at the same spot. So there's been, you know, it's been a weird season, tougher and easier, you know, at the same time. And I think at some point maybe they'll get the final destination city, and then they'll all kind of start at the same spot maybe for the final leg, I think. But you know, you'll have to overcome, and it's not. You said you can run a really good leg, but there's no time to make up, and the other teams run a good leg also, you're kind of just stuck.
Yeah.
And I think Ryan Dusty could end up being stuck. I think they'll overcome. I think they'll beat Team Detroit and get the final 3, and I would love this final 3 if that was the final 3 that we have right here.
Yeah.
Because I would be happy with any of them winning, really, for the most part. But I think, you know, I think they can. I think they can overcome. I think they can at least get to the final 3, and then from there we'll see what happens. But you know, like you said, they can really do all they can, and they could still lose if the teams ahead of them don't, you know, falter. Make sense?
Yes.
Like Bailey Falter, the pitcher for the I think Phillies.
I don't know. Sure.
His name's Bailey Falter, and he falters a lot.
That's fine.
Anyways, spelled like your dog's name.
Okay.
Same way.
Cool. That's how Bailey's usually spelled. So cool story.
Sometimes, yeah.
Mostly.
Anyways, so. Who's team 2?
The flight attendants.
Yeah, they finished first this leg.
They did.
So the first win. They talk about want to be the first ever or the fourth ever all-female team to win, which is, you know, good for them. The only thing that scares me about them winning is that I don't really want them to win either. I mean, they're fine. They're not as good as Ryan and Dusty or the Holdernesses. So I really don't want them to win because again, they're not as good. They've only won one leg. Detroit's won 0, but they've only won 1.
It's not even that. I don't want them to win because the reason that they get to where they are most of the time is because the other teams are helping or they're following the other teams anyways.
And you gotta cut that off.
Yeah.
The other team's gotta cut that off.
Yeah. I mean, this last one, they really didn't.
Yeah.
That was, I think, the first time they did that, but yeah, you can't.
For sure. I agree with you on that. 100% agree with you on that. They definitely followed the other teams, and they, if they overtake them, it's because they followed the other team. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
So I agree with that. I really don't see that as something that, a team that I don't see them as a team who should win kind of for that reason as well. But like I said, they're fine. I don't really, I don't really like them,
They're
but
fine. I think everybody wants to assume I'm a woman. I'm all girl power. I want the all girl team to win. That's fine. I think the other ones are more deserving. I'm rooting for the older crowd.
yeah, of course, for sure. And I said, and the only thing that scares me about them possibility of winning is because I don't know if you remember, but last past season of Survivor.
No, I blocked it out.
Yeah, you should. Erica said at one point there hasn't been a woman win in 7 seasons.
Yeah, I know. And then this one, they saying the same thing. They want an all-women team to win.
Yes.
That's why I said the foreshadowing.
It's hard. Like they put that stuff in the edit, and you're like,
I know.
Cringe.
I know.
Cringe.
I know.
So, we'll
if
see.
they win, it's getting harder to watch this stuff because they're doing that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to watch any of these anymore.
Well, at least you said you're still like the Amazing Race because you can see different parts of the world that you really want to visit.
I do, yeah.
And the teams are pretty much likable for the most part, and you can kind of chill and watch
was
it.
good. I liked the people.
Yeah, you don't have to overthink it.
Right.
So
Right.
cool. Who is team number 1? I think for the 4th, 5th week in a row.
The Holderness family.
The Holderness family, yes,
Pushing it right up to my mouth.
as it should be.
Yeah.
Holderness still number 1, so still number 1 on the power rankings.
Holderness is.
I still think it's them, Mariah, and Dusty who are gonna win.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
I think here's what I'm gonna say. It's really, really hard to go through the playoffs on a winning streak.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's what the Bucks did 2 years ago.
They're no longer on a winning
And
streak.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
The Bucks 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
They won like 7-8 games in a row, including the playoffs, and that's hard to do, right? So a lot of times the teams who win the Super Bowl lose the last couple weeks of the season. Within the last couple weeks of the season, even if they're resting their starters or whatever, and they get rested for the home stretch. If Holderness has won like 4 or 5 legs in a row, and then it's the finale, I would have felt really not good about that.
Yeah.
But I said they just seem like such normal people. I mean, obviously they're YouTube stars, so like they're not normal in that way, but they also kind of are.
They're normal. They're pretty much normal, down to earth people. Yeah.
They seem that way for sure. They're certainly seem that way, and not only that, but they said they seem like the average people. They're reality TV is supposed to be average people, right? And Amazing Race really hasn't been that in a while because they have so many. They cast such archetypes and check boxes and all this stuff, right? And all these, they get a lot. They try to get as many celebrities as they can for the name recognition and for the clout of the show, all that stuff, right? So in the modern era of Amazing Race, really there are no normal people anymore, but they seem like as normal as you're gonna probably find.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to win, it would be really pretty, crazy.
Yeah.
And again, somebody that you knew before the race goes on and wins $1 million. Not you knew, but you knew of.
Yeah.
I had that same thing last year. I knew I followed James Wallington before he was on. I followed him on Twitter before he went on the race. So
yeah. I don't like this tease though that my winner pick is getting to the end because this has happened before.
So many times.
And I'm nervous, and they made me nervous this last episode, and I kept yelling at the TV
Find the remote.
find it. Just find it before someone else gets here.
Yep.
Nope.
I if you want, put a gun to my head right now. Put a gun to my head. I would say your winner pick will do what your winner picks always do.
Get to the end and lose.
Finish second.
Shut up.
That's my guess. That's just my guess because you've had. Let's go through your recent.
Why are you putting this in the ether for them? Why are you rooting against them?
I'm not. I'm just saying.
They were in a winning streak and then they fell the second for the second last episode. Ryan and Dusty were in a winning streak for a long time and now they're at 4th.
I know.
So.
I know. Here's what I'm saying.
You're mean.
Even though Lauren wasn't your winner pick, she was on your team. She finished.
Mm-hmm.
She got knocked out of the finale.
Go bite him.
All right. She got knocked out. She was the favorite twin going to the finale. Got knocked out of the finale.
She got knocked out in fire making.
Firemaking.
So yes.
Yep. And then you had Natalie, who came back from Edge of Extinction, finished second. And then you had last season you had Deshaun in the finals. Right? He was your pick. He finished second.
Yeah, it's true. Shut up. I don't like
I
you.
think, gun to my head, I think Ryan Dusty win, Holderness finish second.
I don't like you.
I think that's what's going to happen.
I
but
don't think so.
I'm not, I said, I'm rooting for...
If anything happens, I think it's going to be the flight attendants that finish first.
No.
If there's going to be some crazy twist,
Yeah.
that's what it's going to be.
Well, right.
So
But I think...
shut up. You're finishing on your own. I'm going away now.
Gun to my head, I think Ryan
Bye.
Dusty win.
Bye.
Holderness just finish second.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
I'm just guessing.
You're putting it out into the ether.
Well, it was already out in the ether.
It was not. You said it. You put it in this house, and now I'm gonna have to watch it, and I'm gonna have to punch you in the private parts. You laugh. I'm going to sick the cat on your private parts.
That would hurt more.
I know.
She does it all the time. But I think
I'm going to let her in the bathroom when you take a shower, turn the water off, and let her into the shower.
this could be a finale. I don't think I've cheered as much at a finale. And again, the season wasn't that like that. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on. But season 30 of Survivor, worlds apart, when Mike Holloway had to run the gauntlet of winning like 6 out of 7 immunities or 5 out of 6 immunities, plays Lytle, whatever, and it was him against all the bullies, and he won the last immunity, got to the end, and won the game. I was jumping on my chair of cheering, and I feel like that would happen if the Holdernesses win. Like Ryan Dusty winning, I'll be happy. I'll be happy Ryan Dusty win. I feel like the Holdernesses win, I'll be cheering and jumping on my chair cheering. What do you think?
Put him in the chair of cheer.
The chair of cheer.
No one told me about the chair of cheer.
Yeah.
Please, Mr. Grinch, please.
Jessica may have seen that movie once or twice. She may have made me watch every year since we've been together.
The entire thing. Time for the fudge, Judge. Fruitcake, a la la. Yeah, right, Selena?
So, so on that note, I'll be really pumped if Holdernesses do win. I'll be happy if Ryan Dusty win. The only team that would really make me mad is if Natalia and Arun win. Other than that, I mean, he said I want Holdernesses to win. That's my heart says Holderness number 1. My head says probably Ryan and Dusty, but again, it could be anything, and I'm happy with either one. Right, Jessica?
Bye. See you later.
All right. So, who do you think's going to win? You think Holderness is going to get it?
I want them to win.
Me too. No, me too.
Excuse me. I am all full of it.
Yeah, she's full
I
of all
keep
kinds of bodily
forgetting we're
functions.
recording and stuff right now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All kinds of bodily functions happening here as we speak.
Yeah, you're making me mad putting that into the ether. I want to smack the phone out of your hand so bad right now.
Yeah. Well, either way. So I think that's everything, though, right? I mean, I think we have it. So hopefully.
Yep. So if the Holderness people don't win, we know who to blame because he said it.
Well, like I said, I mean, I think they have a good shot. I think they're in good shape. I think finishing second here and not having an amazing leg going into this one.
Not an amazing leg on the Amazing Race.
Right. I think that helped. I really think that helped. But we'll see. Let's see. We'll see. It's a 2-hour episode. We'll talk about it at the weeks that follow. And obviously, what we'll do probably that week as well is I will do a Survivor cast assessment. I may have B back on the show to do that as well. I think Jessica. What do you think?
Go for it.
I think Jessica's. I think the let's put it this way. I think the Survivor last season broke Jessica.
I might set fire to the TV. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll set fire
To the TV.
to the TV.
Yeah, I think Survivor broke Jessica, so I think she's gonna watch this one from the sidelines.
Quite possible.
And not record. Maybe she'll stop in here and there and lend her thoughts. But
maybe I'll yell from across the room as you're recording.
yeah, maybe I might even record in at my lunch break at work, so I can take advantage of the time.
There you go. And I can spend more time with you.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So
you don't want to hear me yelling from the other room. It was terrible.
yeah.
Everybody stop watching.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll cancel it. I don't know. Maybe I'll say those things. I don't know.
We'll see. I think I'll probably just record though, and maybe I'll have a guest or 2 on here there. But I'll probably just try to do that one on my own. I might do a power ranking this season with Survivor, especially when I do the cast assessment. But I have to. I'm going to try to. My plan is to do the Amazing Race finale, and then do the cast assessment the week leading up to the Survivor premiere, and then do my normal Survivor show from that point. So two next week if I can.
Yes, maybe I guessed sometimes if I watch. I'll sit and watch with you as I play my games on my tablet. If I enjoy the episode, Yeah, maybe we'll record.
Cool.
Or if I want to yell about it, you might not want to let me record.
I would love to wind you up and let you go. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might swear.
That's fine.
I try really hard not to swear on these shows,
That's
but
fine.
I really want to swear a lot.
That's fine. It's mostly adults not listening.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck that shit.
Yep. Sweet. On that note, be sure to subscribe. Show Miss Anything, so you do get the shows when we do get them out, whenever that ends up being. And we have another politics show hopefully coming out here soon as well. So be sure to subscribe. Show Miss Anything. You can like our Facebook page, facebook.com/Pavement Road Productions. You can email the show directly, pavementroadproductions@gmail.com. Exactly. Tell your friends, share the post.
Share your friends, tell the post.
Exactly. Tell the post and share your friends. So that we need friends, so share them.
Wow.
Other than that, thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing and all those things. Anything else, Jessica?
No, because the tribe has spoken.
Not the tribe. But until next time, until the season finale,
Peace out.
safe
Peace
travels.
out.
Safe day.